most civilized people are out of touch with reality because they confuse the world as it is with the world as they think about it, and talk about it, and describe it. Now, of course, reality, from a philosopher's point of view, is a dangerous word. A philosopher will ask me, what do I mean by reality? Am I talking about the physical world of nature? Or am I talking about a spiritual world? Or what? And to that I have a very simple answer. When we talk about the material world, that is actually a philosophical concept. So in the same way, if I say that reality is spiritual, that's also a philosophical concept. And reality itself is not a concept. Reality is and we won't give it a name.
I wanted to start earlier than this, and I wanted to watch some TikToks, but Arvin Gessie and Peach Ball ruined it for everyone. So that's why we ban people. Now you know. Next time you want to be like, oh, Brad's so moody, Brad always bans everyone. Well, this is why we do it. Otherwise, they end up wasting all of our time because I get sucked into a rant where I have to justify my actions again. And I have to over-explain myself because I'm a child of trauma. This entire session of Disco Elysium is going to be me walking around picking up bottles, by the way. If you don't think that's what it is. I found a carrier bag yesterday. What is the game about, Brad? Not telling you. What do you do in the game? Not telling you. Today, it's pick up bottles. I'm making money. Bloody annoying having this game and not having bottles.
The trash container stands.
Open
The
them
smell
in.
of rotten food rises
Disgusting.
to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Alright, I was
The
hoping I would be
container
able to
sounds
just...
a muffled gong.
I was hoping there'd be an option that was like, fill the bag up, you know, with crap. Nothing here, huh? Can't get there. I don't actually know how to get around there. There's a jacket hanging up there as well. I wonder if that's a thing I can steal. Probably stealing is bad. I finally found a carrier bag and you can pick up all this like random crap off the ground. I don't really want to go out too far and explore somewhere I haven't been yet. Which is pretty much all around here. I do want to see if I can make a few coins. If nothing else, I might go and buy that map. Seems like that might be useful. And then I think probably looking for clothing is a good idea. Dude, the music. Bruh. Just money on the ground. These idiots ain't even looking. What a bunch of dumbos. Okay, maybe there isn't that much stuff on the ground. Let's go sell it. All of it. So I'll take him to this, right?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
That's pretty good. How many
Your
have I
bottles
got?
clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Like £3.10. This is fucking incredible. What do they sell in here?
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really...
No, it's not. I just can't remember what you sell.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and
Oh, a
juice
raincoat
bottles.
gives you plus
The
1
raincoats
endurance.
are transparent,
They're
except for the big
£4.
Fritta slogan on the back.
You take the blows. I don't know how that helps me though, because I just seem to take damage. Like when that guy punched me, it just went take 5 damage and shut the fuck up. Just Take 5 damage and shut the fuck up. Alright, well, let's put the carrier bag away because it probably makes me look like a fucking freak. Does it affect how I look? It doesn't, does it? I don't trust it. Now, they told me to go down the coast. Let me go by the map, actually. I don't see if that ends up being a waste of money or not. Where was it? Upstairs? No sane person would ever put their head into such a machine. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. Who? What's he talking about?
Several maps have been. The maps look old and faded.
I want to
Your
buy the
eye
map of
catches a map
Martinez.
of Insulinda.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Let's have a look at it. A worn and torn map of Martinez area dating from 48. A title on the top reads Bienvenue a River Child. It's a bit out of date. It was originally created by a design studio and a failed attempt to spruce up Martinez. Yeah.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Trace a path through the grid.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Oh, boom. Dude. Oh, they mean over here, so I have to go around this. I see now. I actually thought it came down here more, like the game area. So going around here, there's a girl that I want to go and speak to about the armor. It's one of these. I don't know which one it is. So zoomed in. Let me get. So we're going this way now. I'll deal with. I don't know who these guys are. I'll talk to them in a minute. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. An ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. The guy's selling stuff, is he? No, we don't want to go over here. Here we go. This is the way? No. Auto lock, button down sign. Where's the fucking map? Show me where I am? No. How do I get around there? Doesn't look like this. Am I here? Am I down here too far? I might be. The bridge is up. Helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. Hot air rises up from the sewer. Comforting, he said. Disgusting. Around here. Do I have to walk? No, this is water. I do not understand how to get over there. You are here. That's the drawbridge. It seems like I should be able to get through here, but I can't. Is there a tide or something? That seems insane. I'm there, aren't I? So around this building. I wonder if I'm supposed to take a boat over there or something. Oh, can I walk along this? No.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter
this is supposed to
soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
What is Samaran butter?
Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it.
Visual calculus, low, medium 11. Attempt to reconstruct what happened here.
Just some tasteless advertising at the bottom of a canal. No use rubbernecking now.
It seems like there should be some other way over there, but I don't think there is. What's this?
A couple of indicator lights are
Panel.
missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed Samaran butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Try it anyway.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back
Okay,
to
not
its
breaking
original
it.
position. You still need to
I'll get in
close the
trouble.
waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Oh, okay, so you just can't go there until Wednesday. Yeah, it seems like a lot of the stuff is locked in this game behind which day you're on.
G'day to you, officers.
Well, good day, mate. We got ourselves a fucking...
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's
salami.
knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them. His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
First things first, what are you doing here? Do you know what caused this wreckage?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
keeping him company and eating this
Oh,
salami.
him.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
The man on the warlock picks the skin off a slice of salami and takes a sizable bite.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words "Daredevil Driver" sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything round here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
What's with the lever that does nothing?
It's supposed to operate the water lock, but as noted, it's all junk right now. Disabled because of the blockage.
Why is it disabled?
Safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want anyone moving the water lock with debris still in the channel. It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. You want to do the honors when the time comes?
Yes.
Great! Just drop in on Wednesday if you want to see the water lock at work. They say the canal crew will be here at 7:15.
He cuts a fresh slice from his salami.
The coast part of the map is inaccessible until the 3rd day.
Bye. I feel like you probably can't really even do anything. What's in here? Fingerless gloves. I fucking love fingerless gloves. This gives me +1 electrochemistry too. Well, these give me +1 interfacing, and these give me +1 electrochemistry. I need the interfacing, don't I? What do you even need electrochemistry for? Nothing. Gardening gloves it is. Dude, 50 people left when I started playing this game. Why do you people make me play these games on stream? Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. A machine, an antique cash register. We're only at the beginning of this game as well, right? I bet this game has got another 50 hours in it. Bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. Mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. Maybe they had to go back to work. Why do you think that? Tell me where your brain went then for that. How did people survive through the... How did people enjoy the rant of me just being annoyed at people? What's up, Twiggy?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
What do you mean win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Interfacing medium. Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table.
Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys.
Inspect the figurines in rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Warhammer figurines. Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers. Revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
And to give people hope, even we can do it. The contrast is meant to be disheartening, as it ought to be. It is impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Ask my friend Gart, whose bitch it made me. I wish it was more nuanced as it stands. I cannot comment.
I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But there are many parents among my customers.
He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to find out what it is. Big men on big horses,
Knights
clad
on the
in
horseback.
lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Are these royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
I wonder if the one that's in my room was one I bought from here.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says, Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Shopkeep, this Stereo 8 approved machine here.
Is the Harman Welsh W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Can't afford it. What I really want to know is, could this device come in handy in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Like a beach party. With sand and sun and seagulls dancing on the breeze.
Theoretically, could I bring it to a beach party?
Theoretically, yes. But we don't have time right now. It's generally murder investigation first, then beach party.
You're right. Work first, party later.
That is the unofficial RCM motto, yes.
Are you sure it's all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
What else have you got going on, buddy?
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
On Webster. I hate having to work and listen to this. It's so hard to follow. I can't pay attention to the dialogue. Yeah, cool. Who the fuck voted for it then? You know, where are they all? I guess it was literally a split between people, this and South Park, so two completely different audiences of people. I guess that's the problem, isn't it, now? All of these votes that come to a close 50-50 end, you're like, okay, well, 50% of the people who would watch my stream aren't going to watch it now. I don't know how else to do it, though, other than a game vote. Just pick the games, it's just anxiety. I prefers being alone. Have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travellers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed. Typical vacuous consumerist objects. I don't know if that's what this place is, really. This is like that. There's a place in Brighton where it basically might as well be Stuart Ashen's house. Like a giant, great big, like, second-hand shop. It's cool as fuck. I like it a lot. Honestly, I think some of your selections are more tasteful than others. This business plan is all over the place. You should specialize, zoom in, recapitalize. No, I like it.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the walls behind you.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Is Roy high, and if yes, then what is he on? Even shot, 58%.
Okay.
Fail.
He definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer.
It's something I'd like to sell.
Let me have a look.
I'd like to sell my clothes.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
I don't want to show him the photo. I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Need the pen, don't I? I don't have anything to
Another
sell
time,
at the moment.
perhaps.
You might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Yeah, I know Horace. It's fine. Hi, Gavin. He's been some of my favorite Brad streams. Yeah, I appreciate that. I just had... me as a person, love it. Me as a businessman. Well, suppose I better cut out my own eyes. Might as well just fucking just be sat here and go like this. This pencil. You see this pencil? You know, just no idea what I'm doing. Know anything about the hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
It's also just really bad when the game is probably going to have like 20 parts and we're on day 4 and everyone's left. You know? You're like, uh-oh. Oh dear.
No one likes to see what you have to see every day.
The decline has begun too early. I think you could help me get a corpse out of a tree.
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted platform or anything of that sort myself. Ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd be willing to help.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colours.
Do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by officers of the Citizens Militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question.
Fuck.
I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
What? Sold? The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
I sold you my gun?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Was the buyer a policeman?
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
She must be one of my rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante who wants to prove she can do her jobs better. I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the Citizens Militia?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find out.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
I'm in trouble again. Oh yeah, it was a Sunday vote. We did learn. Brad, you shouldn't care about viewership if you're having fun. Who cares about numbers and income? I know, yeah. Those people are all fucking dime a dozen, aren't they? It sucks to see people vote and dip for the entire stream of a game. Yeah. everyone in chat feeling guilty, like I'm still here. I'm not talking about you guys, and I don't, not you guys, and I'm not even. I'm not bothered, you know. I don't control you. I don't care what you do. You do your things. When you show up, great. I love it. When you don't, whatever. You're doing something else. It's not for you today. It's not for you today. I can't control everyone and what they're doing. But one of the reasons I do the game vote is just to try and find the game that everyone wants to watch, because it works on so many different fronts, you know. You're actually interested in it. You also watch it. That's good for my metrics. It's good for all of that stuff. And I know that people are watching a game that they want to watch. And however I interact with it is, you know, whatever happens. So when people vote for a game, it's why I always say to people, like, don't vote on a game you think I'm going to enjoy or I want to play. Vote, literally you vote for you. The next part is me. You know, because if you're like, oh, he's really gonna love that, I'm not gonna watch him play it, but he will really enjoy it, I vote for that one. Then there's just, it's like, dude, god damn it. And I suspect that that's what this game is.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Of course.
See ya.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Okay, he's run over the street light.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
Is that a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where'd you get it?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
How much is it?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
The evil side, isn't it? The dark side. 700 sounds about right. I imagine it wasn't easy sawing off that street lamp.
Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
Wonder what this does for the game. Can you even get 700 real in this game, you know? Whatever this is. Fucking weird. How you can apply that to the game, I don't know. There's nothing else you need to know about the light. Yeah, okay. How do I even get in here? Where's the fucking door? Loyal cultists and VOD watchers. I do love the VOD watchers. I think the only thing that freaked me out was that normally, like, and I don't sit and watch the viewership, which is why I shouldn't do it. Normally I don't, but I noticed because I was ranting and I was like, I shouldn't rant about stuff. When I rant about things, no one wants to listen to me rant about stuff. And I was like, I bet everyone's leaving. And I looked at the view count and saw 250 and then looked at it again a little while ago and was like, oh, it's down to 200. So 50 people left when I started the game. And it's like, oh, then why am I playing this game? Who voted for it then? You know? Like, it's so weird.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
The vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose. Try them on.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Worst feeling.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
No.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes.
Oh.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Don't tell me what to do, Kim. I like those. I'm too sensible for those. Seven. Don't tell me what to do, Kim.
No, I can't. We can't walk around with you looking like this. Okay, fine. Go ahead. If you want to look like a walking midlife crisis, then who am I to interview?
That's what I look like now. Oh, good. I vote for the best stream outcome. What did you vote for, Rand? In the last vote. I usually go with the ones I want to see, and then when they all drop out, I go for whatever is the best compromise between my wanting and what could be your interest. Yeah, I mean, it's just a fucking shit show, isn't it? I missed the last one because of work. Well, this is all your fault then, isn't it?
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
I can try again to try and find some interesting sunglasses. It's a white check, so I can retry it, so I might as well give it a go. I think I can only really get it on if I roll 2 6s though.
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh,
Leo would like
that
it.
visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
6 real. Kim, are a firefight something we should be prepared for?
I hope not.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe.
Plus
No
1
problem.
perception.
Let's get you some real shades.
Plus 1 electrochemistry, minus 1 logic. Plus 1 perception doesn't sound so bad. I mean, I literally have only got a 2 in it. Oh, but then again, what am I wearing again? I can't see while I'm in this. These do plus 1 logic but minus 1 authority. So I would get minus 1 logic, plus 1 perception. I don't know, doesn't seem worth it, does it? What about this stuff?
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics.
In the rain.
Best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand. Buy secondhand. Keep the economy moving.
Find something worth salvaging from the pile of rags.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces. Practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you. Possibly because of the awful typeface.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Plus 1 composure but minus 1 shivers is a bit of a rough one. Composure would go up to 4. Shivers would go down to 3. To do in exchange. Shivers has been serving me quite well so far. And again, composure has come up a few times as well. I feel like it's a shame. I'd like to wear it because it looks very, very the part. Very Slav. But I'm not gonna.
You see two lowly,
I didn't. How much was
defeated
it?
speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, Ultra Series.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Inspect the sneakers.
A pair of found Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers.
50
Super rare, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
+1 reaction speed, +1 hand-eye coordination, -1 encyclopedia. For 50 real? No way, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found Ultras atop them.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
I already looked at the sneakers.
Then look at them again. These are the premium lifestyle sneakers, officer. The best on the market.
No. Do not redeem. Absolutely not.
You see a Samaran street
do want a
vendor
tracksuit.
surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he
Might be there are
realizes
other ones.
you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
He gives you a thumbs up. What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
Yep.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
Means something.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang.
You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes. You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
He surveys his consumerist kingdom with an air of satisfaction.
You like premium menswear.
I do.
Look around and browse. Everything
That's
looks
me.
cool on a guy like you.
I'm all about
Take
fashion.
your time.
I don't just wear the same t-shirts and jeans every day. He settles back into the pile of boxes he's sitting on.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act.
But
Questions.
my ego. But my ego. Persuade him to give you some money. What kind of stuff are you selling, boy?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Where'd you get those comfy pants, boy?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
You have a permit to sell all that?
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits, just economic freedom. Take a look around.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Jim, is it true he doesn't need a permit to sell?
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like it.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Just unchecked capitalism. What are we doing here if there are no permits?
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of property holders. I am not, however.
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the Gossamer State.
A Gossamer state? Don't know what that means. You're right, this is cool. I'm part of a hip, thin, almost non-existent state apparatus. So cool guys protect businessmen while everyone else lives in the ruins. I can think of cooler things. But you're a foreigner. I'm protecting the business interests of forest nations. And I'm protecting a state lawlessness. I'm not an officer of the law. I'm an officer of common anarchy. Okay, no permit then. Cool. Cool guys protect businessmen while they let everyone else in the live in the ruins.
Yeah. Cool ruins. I get to sell quality goods like these by cutting out the middlemen. You don't have to rebuild your house, live in a crater, or in a tree. Where can you do that? Only here.
Is there a discount for cool officers?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off. Anything for you.
Where are you from?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All revolution.
Okay, let's get to business
Very
then.
cool. I like your style, officer.
See ya. Alright. So, I'm kind of running out of things that I can do. Oh, I didn't speak to these guys yet. Hold on, what is their deal? Which one do we want to speak to? This one. The spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fills the air.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
He covers his mouth to hide a burp.
I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hard René first.
Okay.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
This one's still chewing on his sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're
He's
both
wearing the
old.
blue
Now
and
stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
gold uniform, isn't he? That was the war uniform.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
That sounds like something I would have done when I was younger.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Hand-eye coordination. Grab the ball and show them how it's done. +2, acting without hesitation. High, 72%. Boom.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
Taking the surroundings.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
There is time for a last glance inwards. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Behold the fear and confusion reflecting in the eyes of the two feeble geezers. They are in awe of your superiority. You are a god to them.
So you lot watching the stream, dude. This is how I feel. That's why you can't do. I tell you what, you can't let that in. That feeling. That's how you become fucking PewDiePie or something, you know. That's how you become. All of those fucking guys. All of those guys. Hi, Mr. Patrick. This is how Brad imagines competitive people think of their respective games. I don't think they're even. I don't think that this is how competitive people think. I just don't think that they have any concept of how to not be that way. They just think that everyone enjoys things the way they do, and they can't comprehend the idea that you would enjoy different aspects of the game other than like winning. It's weird. It's funny because it only works one way. They can't comprehend us enjoying it one way, but we can comprehend them enjoying it through nothing but winning. I've noticed that to be the case with those types. What's up, Wombats? You scum?
Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
No longer. The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go. Be the bullet. Am I not the gun? Just fucking yeeted it as far as I could. That wasn't the game. What the fuck?
Merde! Bordel de merde!
Why did he do it? Why the fuck did he do that? Absolutely insane. He thought we were doing shot put. They're clearly playing bowls, not balls. Holy shit. What an asshole. 23-year-old Brad. There he is. 23-year-old man ball. Hi, Murgles. Welcome in from Murgle's stream. We just ruined this old man's day.
What the hell is your problem?
I don't know why I did that. I don't understand.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play petanque with 5 bull.
Petanque?
Yes, petanque. You ruined our petanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
These are two sides of like a coin, aren't they?
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Okay, I'll try and fix this.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
Do they? Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
You don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Jesus. You seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Does it have anything to do with the bullet holes I've seen around?
Yes. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Who are the communards again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
That's what I am, though, isn't it? Aren't I all of those things? A communist, a socialist, and an anarchist? Uh-oh. This man is my enemy. I'm glad I threw his ball in the water. Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
He adds, squeezing a bowl in his fist.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs.
Fuck yeah.
We didn't so.
Oh.
And we lacked caliber.
Yeah.
God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
They should have chosen a place away from people and buildings. I understand. I'd bomb this place too. Why shell them here in Martinez?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
Beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
I have amnesia.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Deathblow sounds grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Lily's my son. Everyone bow before her power and sword. I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a socio-anarcho communist. There ain't much that I hate. That's true. Those are the lyrics.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
I don't feel very well today, by the way. People coming in on the raid, I am barely holding on. I feel very run down. I think my body is creating an immune system because I went out at the weekend and the coalition.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
That explains all the war damage.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There's a strange gleam in his eyes.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
Yes.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Does he approve of it, or is it just one of the last times he felt passionate about something, so he's able to feel passion again? Don't trust Half-Light.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still all influence.
Half-Light, you know what Half-Light is? It is when people react too quickly. People react too quickly to something and they go, no, I don't think so. You know that it's coming from a place that wasn't their brain. It's sometimes coming from a place of trauma if you're a trauma child. If not, it's coming from a place of like emotion, anger, usually control. They want to take back control of the situation. They feel like they resent you because you have some element of control over them. I feel like Half-Light represents that quite a lot in this game. When you just react to something and stubbornly believe it in your head because you're emotional about something.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
It doesn't necessarily mean you're always wrong, though. Instinct can play a lot of roles and come in a variety of different forms. That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard-working class to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess and now they rule us. Shake your head in shame. This coalition seems quite capable, actually. Commies just don't understand how money works. Nothing, I don't think, I just do.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the coalition.
I'm not sure I
After
understand
8 years of
anything in this
fighting
game.
those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains.
I'm not good enough at politics to understand some of these things that they're referencing. I don't know all of those words that everyone was using yesterday. Communism, anarchy, fascism. I have a vague understanding of some of them, but then you guys get really confusing with like libertarian anarcho-com, and I'm like, I don't know what you just said or what it means. I know how I feel. I'm a big fan of kill all the rich. Not tax the rich, kill them all, and then give all the money out to the poor. I'm down for a Robin Hood society. I'm a fan of anarchy. I thrive and do better and feel more comfortable when there's chaos going on around me. But I don't like individual chaos. When my own life is chaos and everyone else's is living by the rules set around me, that's the worst. But if everyone was reduced to the same level of chaos, I'd thrive in that situation. So I would like anarchy in the world. I feel like everyone should be treated equally. I don't believe in nations. I think we should remove all borders. Remove anything that has too much of a chokehold of control. Money, religion, get rid of it. And then I'd be happy, I think. It'd be fucking chaotic. I'd love it. Conan the Barbarian.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol.
Where's Pony Punch?
Or even if that damn clan Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
Is this where Pony got King Guillaume from? The French as well. Surely not. This must have come out after he had that character. Has he played this, Pony? Yeah, Biz. I think I would do well in it as well. But the problem is that... No, you know what? I can't be bothered to even start this conversation. I'm far too tired.
Instead, all that is
all the
just
flatheads.
holy and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
Yeah, I mean, is it foreign influence or is that just how the world leans? A big flashy sign is something that people can't help but ignore, so...
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
America. Chicklet gifting subs to people. To Bob, my son, my fellow PB mod in the trenches every night. The only thing we'll be bombing is nachos. No gods, no kings, no borders. That sounds good. I could get behind that. Who do I vote for that? No one. Just don't vote. How does Philippe III factor into this? Who was this Frissel? You mentioned Guillaume. What exactly is a suzerain? Let's ask about Philippe III.
It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Who was Frissel?
Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
What about Guillaume?
A true king in both blood and mind, led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
And what exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already?
I kind of know what that means. Because of civilization.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Yeah, at some point you do have to shut the fuck up though, you know? Like, how long before it's like, listen, it happened, okay, guys? Shut the fuck up, okay? It wasn't fair, but you lost, so... whatever. I understand. I understand how that led to you having a hobbled start in life. I understand. I get it. But shut the fuck up. And go and work at Walmart with everyone else. I saw the statue of Philippe III near the roundabout.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
How should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
There's a weariness in his voice now. He's heard this rant many times before. You lot stuck in the chat with me when everyone's been a prick in the chat. King Guillaume was born in 2017. Sundari. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm moving on.
The Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
Right.
What is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud? -1 through the bowl in the sea. Composure check.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
I did roll pretty well.
This is the
It was still a
uniform
fail.
of the Royal Carabiniers in service of Frissel I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Frissel the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
Okay, what about this guy? Speak to me now.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
You know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Must have heard something.
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the gauche caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
Wimp, dude. I haven't fucking heard the word wimp in a little while. I know it's a really common word, but it's just funny to hear someone use it in a sentence. Dude, I'm gonna start calling everyone a fucking wimp. You know what? Wimps are fucking everywhere. You know who's a fucking wimp? Me.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Venerless.
Respects?
The old Carabiner can't believe what he's hearing. This is just Pony and Ven.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
How do you know Everett?
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers.
According to a different
I
name.
taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Are you a union member?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me. Oh, yes.
So you're not an actual member?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Weathervane. Turns the way the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate this socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
What are the little things you do for Everard?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things do you write for him?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I have these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little penman exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Looks delicious. Can I have a bite of that orcish? Okay. We're getting nowhere, are we? I think we just have to get to tomorrow. Feels like. Enormous balls, worthy of a real man. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. You know what else we can do today? Replace the lost bowl. So we can find out who's in the Union box. Gloves are on the other side of the river. Get the body down. Interrogate the drivers about it. Oh yeah, we can speak to the drivers. That's what we can do. There are some of them still around. There's more questions for them. Speak to the friendly one first.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
Doesn't have any new dialogue options. Let's speak to the racist one. Oh, the drugs, wasn't it? I just realized.
Don't you tell me to fuck off again?
What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza.
How do you know that?
Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Hold on, but they make alcohol in the Marito, I was told they do. So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez. Listen, I agree, it's responsibility to keep poison off the streets of Revachol, right?
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then...
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Huh. Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most other Camineurs have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Bad for him, I guess.
It's a fucking travesty is what it is.
If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang. That beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer's stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right? 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
We'll speak
Guess
to him.
so.
See ya.
Hello again, my man. What's on your
Seem
mind?
like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But
Yep.
those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
I don't trust this guy. I need to get high and I'm looking for a dealer.
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
No, of course not.
Then what's your deal here?
So much for subtlety. Better get straight to the point.
Fine. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Why are you still hanging around?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
Who do you think's conducting the drug trade?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Conceptualization. He's a poet. Hit him with your best verse. +2 for hunted across planes of existence. Low check.
Your best verse? You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
She broke me. She fucking broke me.
That's brutal, man. But you know, time will...
So it's just a divorce?
No, stop. He's already mortified.
No, Tommy. These are my rhymes. Listen. She fucked me till I bled.
That's,
Damaged morale. Healed morale. Another.
In the name of God, what are you doing?
I will never be the same again. She's always there. Fuck the case. Fuck everything. Total doom.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest.
That's right.
So, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Yes. And I also thank you for stopping. We have a drug investigation to return to. How about we do that?
Okay, bye. I was expecting dead wife or dead child, but I think maybe it was just a good old-fashioned divorce. Don't know how that feels. Or why it would cause your life to
Everything's
collapse
still
inwards.
cool here, officer.
What about drugs, boy?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course.
I'm
In which case,
super
drugs are
into
excellent.
drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
We're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbour.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
But you are a lorry man. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
What do you know about the drug operation? Stop squirming.
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
Who are you afraid of, Selene?
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
If you wouldn't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on. We're buddies, Selene. Help us out. No one will know it was you.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Who are these other drivers?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Is the lady driver the old woman back there, dazed out, strange?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
Alright, we're cool now.
All right. I scored.
Persuade
Let's
him to
cap
give me
this
some
off with a
money.
purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives.
I think.
Both of you.
Okay, did we level up? We did. And I need points in rhetoric. Map. What's happening? Why can't I click on this? What is this?
Indirect
this
modes of taxation. Turns out those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Rivasholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fair tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it, preacher man. Set the brothers free. Taxes are racist.
Taxes are racist. Alright, I guess we're going to speak to this old woman then. Yeah, Biz, it's hard to concentrate on stuff like that, right?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands, in the background.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality.
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the wary aspect of a cornered beast.
Are you alright? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
Where else would you be? When else would you be?
Back in Mefka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with the young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro.
Rio de Janeiro. What was his name?
Until you came along, that is.
Who is Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
Buenguerro. He shows you the photo of the lavish amber frame.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen. This man's got a hold over her. Even 50 years later, you can feel it.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young?
Someone was.
She nods through as though her meaning were perfectly clear. Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
I'm sorry to interrupt your dreaming.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the mine behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden.
Her eyes narrow and she appears to take your measure.
While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Methk, it was a golden age.
I have some other questions for you, police questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos and knickknacks in the dashboard. What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds, really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
What are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
You get high driving a lorry? What if the cargo is contraband? I guess that makes sense. Minding your own business.
Of course it does. What did you expect?
I still really don't understand this Boyaderio thing. Are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Harife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
I was told of a woman driver. You're the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Harife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of?
I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
Who's the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to?
Why are you scary to people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
You said long haul.
The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there. It's all just... In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
You feel very cold suddenly, as if standing face to face with a terrifying adversary. Then the feeling dissipates, and all you see is an aging woman.
That's all I needed to know, thanks.
Oh, Sim.
Something in her is pulling towards some unknown rest state. She twitches, like a sleep kick.
I still don't understand this whole Boyaderio.
Of course not. To truly understand the Boyaderio, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
Okay, what's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boyadeiro. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
And I'm guessing that doesn't happen.
Of course not. The Boyadeiro returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
I think I see where this is going.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the magret. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
A beautiful song.
The most beautiful. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
That woke me up. Kim, you seemed away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
Shut the fuck up.
Come on, he thinks.
She's
not the lady driver.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He's worried, but not for her. For you. What is it about this woman? If she's not connected to anything?
Should you drive a lorry if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will.
What routes?
Lomonosov's Land, Udajnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain.
She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge.
A terrible cold comes over her, rattling her teeth as she stares inward.
The Transcatolia Magistral, U41A, Adestradas du Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly.
Opens her eyes again and shudders. I'm something of an expert in blacking out. You should take great care. This should be reported to the proper call right until your dust, sister.
Irmao, I already am dust.
You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary, no drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest. I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
Yeah, what is it, though? Reality? You know? The grim, harsh truth that nobody can fucking ever hear, no matter how much you scream in their faces. Not really what I was getting at. Where can I get my hands on an experience like that?
If you don't know,
She flicks her wrist and gesture of dismissal. What is it that you're hauling? I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs.
why would I want to do that?
For the thrill of criminal lifestyle?
Lowman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Let me put it another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
You said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs?
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiris to Grad on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiris to Grad, Lowman?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
Damn this. Make her answer.
I'm getting frustrated now. See, it comes up, you just start reacting and trying to control the situation. Are you making fun of me? I didn't ask you about diamonds. If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here?
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet.
Yeah,
Never
I
trust a
think it's
poet.
him as well.
Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the futures of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yeah, see ya.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Probably none of them, but I think this guy is the most sus one. He's too friendly, too nice, too amenable. Let's see if he has anything to say about her.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
I heard that one of the drivers here is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
What is it?
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
Who is this person? What's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too. Now I see why.
Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet.
Yeah.
Died. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Mm-hmm. When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
Believe us, it really is.
I just can't, man. I'm not naive.
You said she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
No idea what that is.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not.
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Did she leave a lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. Push Tommy, and it will break his heart. And his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. Now is not the time to focus on feelings.
Damn, look.
You need that info, son.
All of these different options that come up when you're at a pinnacle moment. The different feelings. The different outcomes. The worries. The different worries that come up. It's cool. Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for an investigation too. It's important. She's a suspect and I need you to tell me where she is or I can't finish the investigation. Fine, I'll drop the matter for now.
Thank you, friend.
See you. Let's go push this other dickhead. Or Celine.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
First, you knew Celine didn't do it.
Listen
Click
up,
the wrong
fuckwits.
one. Why are
don't
you
scare
smoking?
Me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? The lady driver?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air. A dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Yeah, him.
Nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
Say nothing.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Formidable half-light. Make him tell you what he knows. An even odds, 42%. -1 for go fuck yourself and +2 for Kim's bluff. Let's go!
Men like this only respect two things. Strength and fear.
Oof.
Time to turn up the volume.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it?
Fuck
Ooh, got him by the
I
fucking
told you,
neck.
I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life, you understand? What's your name, fuckhead? I'm gonna go, police radio saying this guy told Madre to fuck off. I think I would say I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life, you understand?
Fucking homo cop.
A globule of sweat gathers his brow.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now leave me the fuck alone, okay?
Thank you very much.
A small
dickhead.
temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
By the monument. Green. Have to go through. That one? No. That one? Puta madre means motherfucker. That's one that I actually did know. Ah, this one.
This green found, A to Z, Contemporary, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Try to peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of the seat and two steering levers. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm, dusty too.
Try the door handle.
The door is locked.
Yeah.
The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
How are we going to get this open, Kim?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
3%, 10% tool not equipped. What is this?
This green found, A to Z,
42%
Contemporary,
chance.
is parked in the with a firm grip.
it.
You raise the pry bar, a glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, lorry cabin.
Say fuck the police and then smash it.
The window shatters and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Genius, because now they're not gonna know it was me that did it. They're gonna be like, we heard someone shout fuck the police and then smash your window. Do you honestly think the police were the ones that did that? Come on. Is what I do when I put on different accents when I don't want to be identified by people in real life. You know, when I'm doing something illegal, I'll be Scottish. What are you talking about? No, I don't think I've been living in London for a long time, so my accent's a bit weird, but I don't know. I never met anybody that lives at that house. No. I have a dog, but he's a big bastard. Aye, big golden retriever. They're like, oh, alright. Yeah, we were looking for a fucking guy. I mean, they described him like you know, unbelievably tall, incredibly imposing and sexual, glasses, beard, but yeah, he definitely wasn't Scottish. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, no, I got you mixed up with someone else. Sorry.
Sato.
Hey, see you later.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera.
Wonder if the person we're looking for is going to be dressed like one of these pictures.
A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. And gentle tragedy.
Interesting.
Wait.
Wait.
Doesn't she resemble someone you know?
Fuck this.
But you can't put your finger.
Yeah,
The actresses and the rare actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Examine the radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed. Likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range too.
Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat.
Check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Looks like the driver glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a pull-out toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfold.
It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
Me looking at any basic math.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Filters off.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes. You close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Hey. Psst.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket. Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Alright, that sounds like me.
Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
What is communism?
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes. Abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished. Beaten. Curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world.
I'm listening.
You alone. Against every living thing. Against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother.
Impossible.
You against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
Roll up your sleeves and start building communism. Opt in!
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what firing squads? You didn't say anything about firing squads. Yeah, you did. Kill the rich. Roll up your sleeves and breathe in the pristine air. We're gonna kill the fucking rich. Fuck yeah, dude.
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all of this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
Maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile?
Yes, well...
Unimportant.
How do you think this is connected to the Union?
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
Will the RCM open an investigation into
We
this?
should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Debrief over, after you.
Okay, now we want to go and see Joyce. I am the last samurai. Dude, that fucking scene in The Last Samurai is amazing when he keeps getting up. Oh, I don't know if that necessarily represents communism. It is still an enjoyable film moment. Still carrying a pipe around.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout. But first, you seem smart. I need to get someone to give me the lowdown on this reality we're in. No, I spoke with the lorryman.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
We've discovered enough to conclude for now.
Yes. And will you start an official investigation?
The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
No, I'm not gonna fucking fuck with that.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
How are the lynching and the strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
Momentary lapse of faith.
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oronese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
I bet that big guy is one of them at the with the scabs.
They wear ceramic armor,
Oh,
have
no,
semi-automatic
maybe he
weapons,
was one
and
still.
years of
He's just
combat
not in the armor.
experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
I wonder. So that's who died.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel contractors carry out their orders, for now.
Felix, thank you for the 56 months, my friend. How are you doing, old buddy, old pal?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It will be all of them. The decision is already made.
You've made a mess here. I have to say, this is not Disco. Maybe the investigations can team up. You know, share resources and intelligence. Boy, oh boy, that's not good. I'm going to say this is not Disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope
He
is that
told me
you
to act
provide
weird
a
with her.
single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
She grabs hold of the mainsail.
if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
I can't see it happen. Too many things have to go wrong first. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Okay, what can you tell me about Krenel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Down a deep, black well.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenel.
Could you contact the company, tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did they say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
I wonder if it was the drug dealer. What other women have we met so far? The kind of odd woman you meet right at the beginning. I feel like I should speak to her again. I wonder if that's her. She's all classy.
You'll meet her soon enough, you feel.
This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was... Lely.
His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
Pang of regret to her voice.
That's all right, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
I appreciate the calmness of today's stream. Boring. I know what you're saying. Well, today's stream's fucking boring and low energy. Alright, well, great. Where are the remaining 2 mercs?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
Yeah.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
Ghetto Savage is going to be my first DB Shankar album. We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that
I think I've met
happens,
one
I'll
of
be in a
them.
better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Logic medium, 92%. Where are these mercenaries? +1 scab leader, murder, bad reply. +1 clothes didn't fit right. +1 scab leader, built like brick. Cannot be retried.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
Who the fuck is that? One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbour gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
One is probably in a building overlooking the
Would
roundabout.
afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a shortwave at the ship's wheel.
I had another question.
I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
I suspected as much.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Now can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a
Staring at the
Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet, observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
What are these?
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like stars in the sky.
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Fucking hell, man.
Where is he now?
Body aches. Where is he now? Nowhere. There is no soul.
An empire without an emperor.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande. through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Plecto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semnes Islands, then this.
Points to his heart.
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Inter-Islary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
I need the information.
Do what you have to do, Detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, there's not. Okay, we leveled up again. I think we need a point in encyclopedia. And level some stuff out here. Victim's tattoos. Ask about the tattoos' meanings. Ask the scab leader. Mazovian Socio-Economics. -2 to visual calculus. People think communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago. A fever that shook the world, never to return again. They were right, until he woke up today. A spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come, witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. No idea what communism is. Barely any idea what communism is. So, I mean, how can it can't be too bad, right? What could possibly go wrong with communism? So now we've got to go and... I don't understand how we see the other place on the map. There's a building. Is it that? There wasn't anywhere... I don't know how to get there. The tattoo idea is pretty cool, yeah. Funny how communism gives you penalties to logical thinking. I guess that makes sense because it's more about empathy, is it? Logic will fill your bank account, but not your heart. Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. How do I get to the, like, overlook or whatever? Said there's a building that overlooks this monument, no? Did I misunderstand what they said? Can't get to the building. Oh, okay. So I can only speak to the big meathead. I guess.
Nice aggression with the native. Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
Thank you.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Let's talk about our right to work.
Are you a mercenary hired by Wild Pines? I need you to be my champion against Jean-Luc.
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
His neck muscles tense up. The veins on his neck bulge.
Is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking fuck.
Breathed out slowly, his giant chest deflating, his mouth slightly
How
open.
about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now. Somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time.
Okay.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
So I probably shouldn't fuck him with this immediately. Perhaps another mercenary can tell you more about the Hangman's Toe, the so-called scab leader at the harbour gates. Who won't count as one of the people informing you about the toes, but it could be interesting. I don't know what keeps getting kind of fucking ends. I don't really have any other leads though.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for damages
We
yet.
should take care of that then.
But I don't have the
Let's
money.
talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Though he finds this situation frustrating, he is doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already do.
Oh, I can call something in as well, can't I? Let me see if I can call in the thing that they wanted me to look into on the radio. Then I'll call it a day.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pick up the radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Reconnect me to the 41st. Is that my one?
Right. Please hold.
10-4, come in. Firework.
Nothing.
Roger that.
Never
10-10.
mind. See you. I thought I had to get her to look into something for me. Guess not. Oh yeah, look at this. It's fucking filled up. Oh god, is there karaoke? Bottle of rum has been knocked over.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Pretty long, it's drink o'clock.
Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there. Not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself.
I've secretly been thinking about it all this time.
There he is. The old boy, the devil.
I'm always
You rascal,
thinking
you.
about it.
Let's celebrate right now by licking that stain off the counter.
Lick it, Bone.
Do it.
Lilo. Don't lick
It'll
it.
be wild.
Don't lick it.
What happened, man?
Listen.
You used to be cool.
This isn't cool.
Go get your boring normal person drink then.
I've done some addict shit, but you lick the counter after you've exhausted every
It
other
would
option.
go well with those cigarettes. That's a great combination.
Sleeping dock worker. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mudcake boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines by a logo
On
with
the
a
counter,
tree.
rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Wake him up. Pick up the pills.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the
I
bottom
already
left
know
corner
about
of the
this.
screen.
I've learned. It's all about money, you know. Alright, I've got to speak to this geezer, haven't I? What's that? Fuck yeah, dude. Mine. Nose are fed.
Can I help you?
So about that money I owe you.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
I was wondering if I could come to some sort of arrangement for tonight.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
He was about to say something, let him.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However,
my hands are so cold.
I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and...
He shrinks back a bit under the lieutenant's severe gaze.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Hold on, I still have my key, you know.
Good luck trying to use it.
Taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the counter.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Can you pour me a drink?
Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this a shaker?
He sounds irritated.
You sound irritated. Why? All I want is a drink.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I'm not a bartender. I'm a cafeteria manager. Is there anything else you wanted?
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
I'm an alcohol operated detective. If you want me to clean up the dead body and solve the case, then you need to insert alcohol in my mouth.
Oh, well, in that case, let me pour you a nice, big, refreshing marinella. Do you want that out of a glass or a pineapple?
Pineapple.
Don't be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinella. I have work to do and broken things to fix. If that was all, I'd like to return to it.
Who does serve alcohol here, then? What is this room? Dishes are drying. Take the money, thank you. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I am drawn to its cobalt blue.
It is quite pretty. I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation.
The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this.
The door does not budge.
Okay. Go wind up this guy a bit more. Twitch.tv/AlasDay.
Can I help you?
Nothing. Alright. So they want me to break into my room, don't they? But instead, I'm going to knock on this door. God damn need to equip the tool. Can I get in here? No. That blue door's going to lead me to here, isn't it? What was that? Hold on. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Find booze and drink it. Quest. Chain cutters, pry bar. Okay. That is not what they want from me.
The door is closed.
Try the hand.
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
Knock.
There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside, a tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Oh, Jesus. I'm so alone. Why are you doing this? Don't abandon me in the... swallow the emotion. 23.
The door is closed.
Save. Speak to this woman again, I guess. See what she has to say.
Hello again, sweetie.
Sweetie need money. Does Sweetie get money? No.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure? Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
What are these things?
There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
A vanity he wouldn't mind.
What do you mean you confiscated them?
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
That corruption?
I don't know. Is it? I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
Thanks.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
See ya. Sell them. Hey, buddy.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
It's cool that you're still open. Big city vibes.
The pawn shop is always open.
Let's see if he's high.
Feeling warm and
Yes,
enthralled by
he
the
is.
movement
Where did
of
he get
light,
those drugs?
while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
I'd love to have some Parolidon. I'd love some. Oh, how do I get some? Give me some.
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects. And it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Ooh, that's cool, man. Where does a man get Parolidon these days?
How would I know?
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
I can get him under there if I can draw him out to the police car. No judgment, just curious. I probably did loads of Parolidon before I lost my memory.
I've had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
people's pile? What is that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
Bloody fuck! What is this emergency relief brigade?
We were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
Points at the white triangle on the orange safety jacket.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out.
Cake time? You got a cake? You fucking lucky bastard.
There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
He looks at the spiraling light and stops. That's why he's staring at the lights. He's just fucking high as fuck. Fucking pure faded, mate. Must have been tough radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment. And early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it.
My hands are so fucking cold.
So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Can all of you fuckers stop reminding me that cake exists in the world, you bastards?
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Can I share some Perilodon with me?
You said you'd done it before, yeah?
It's almost like he's worried for you. The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care.
I think I tried it once and liked it.
Here you go, man.
A large, cap-shaped object on the palm of his hand, very odd looking.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Perilodon. Straight into your gut. Not so sure about this.
Yeah, this is always scary. Volition. First time you take a new drug is always like, oh, what's gonna happen to me? Oh my fucking god, what if I freak out? What if I cut my own face off? Thanks, man.
Of course.
I wanted to ask about my missing gun. No, I want to sell you something. Something
Yes,
I'd like to sell.
we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesque banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
Kept the other 70, I see.
The windfall is a small consolation.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
No.
Another time, perhaps.
See ya. Did I just use it? Oh no, it's in my hand. +1 psyche, -1 health. that. Get it over with. I wonder what happens if you don't pay for it and you just try and keep the money and let
Can
the
I
time
help you?
go.
Yes. Have you?
I have your money. Here's 130 real. Slam the bills down on the counter. I hope you choke on it. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble. This is what old Brad would do. Probably just go with this though. 23-year-old Brad. Here's the money.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Fuck, I've got to make
I'll
11.
take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
I need a drink.
Do I have a shaker in my...
He sounds irritated.
Am I wearing a little... Am I smiling?
Why?
Because I'm not even
Oops.
more...
Oh.
Another thing. Great.
Click the wrong
I
button.
love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Bye-bye. So now I can go to the room. I guess that's his room. So the woman is in that one then.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Right.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
He lights a cigarette. I didn't know you smoked.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
How the fuck anyone can just smoke one cigarette a day is beyond me.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes?
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night while going over my notes.
How do you look so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
Right.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can, but we have some leads we can follow up on. The body is still hanging from that tree, which is unfortunate. And there's still much to do at the crime scene.
He is not particularly satisfied with your progress, but he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
Say nothing.
As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Evrat Clare, much less interview him, so that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We interviewed Joyce Messier, the Wildlands rep, and learned a lot. None of it very good news for us or Martinez, but...
Gives you a quick nod of acknowledgement and approval.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
I did wonder if me running everywhere was gonna matter. I don't like to waste time. My mind moves first. The rest has to try and keep up. Yeah.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
So what are our powers exactly?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
What else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
How can you be sure that the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception.
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
What happens to the people that we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Courron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
Who makes all these rules?
The coalition government and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze absently fixed on a window below that just went dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Not to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government funded them. Say nothing.
Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum.
The Moral Linton, what is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
E-piss? I need to piss as well. What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
What is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something ominous. Something even a little feminine. But in a strict manner.
Who is Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
For you, she is something painful, though it's hard to say why.
Maybe my ex was one of them or something. What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You like the Morlinton?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad. But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
I have an opinion on the Morlinton.
Do you?
Things are bad out there. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization protecting bourgeois rights. Immigrants, liberal kips, fucking men are turning into women. On second thought, I don't have an opinion. I mean, this is a post-war area. There's not really much you can do. We need them here, right? Giving us the right to police Revachol.
In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Maybe we should make our own law.
Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses, the red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over.
Say nothing, just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH. It's our fault for
Why
leaving
they
this
like
place to
this?
the dogs, to the Union, to the company. Not daring to come here more often. It's like I told you, this place is an orphan, fallen between the cracks. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Night. Captain Ptolemy Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky is black. Captain Price wears a black suit and a standard patrol coat as he mounts the horse to head home. Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks, and Precinct 41 with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. A kid on the corner waves at the captain as he takes the turn on Petition and Main. The horse neighs. The captain nods back. Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. We won't change anything here.
Probably not. Anyway, positive change happens slowly. We never really get to see the impact of our actions. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
He puts the stub of his cigarette out and looks towards the door. Can I smoke the stub of the cigarette? No? Okay. Explore the whirling secret. Find a way into the secret passage. I leveled up. Well, now what do I want to put points into? Physical instrument. Reaction speed. Could go for savoir faire. Composure. Inland Empire has been pretty useful for me. Visual calculus is currently on -2 for the thing that I'm thinking. Endurance. Damage becomes -1. I'm putting it into physical instrument because at some point I have to beat the shit out of that fucking gigantic man. See you in the morning. Come on then. Now what do I do? Just fucking go to bed? Let's look in the mirror again.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. Use your chain cutters to fix the faucet. Stop steam fogging up the mirror. That I can do.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Dig deep into the mind to locate the source of the expression.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
He's trying to cover up damage of some sort.
The bed is cold and not particularly...
No, I was trying to click on this.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches, or has it been consigned there as punishment?
Locked.
You feel as though this creature is your friend
that does it.
and wants to reattach itself to your neck, so that...
I'm gonna go to sleep.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Crawl in. Probably shouldn't
The
have done
sheets
this.
feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
End of
And
day
then
one.
sleep.
Oh.
And then sleep doesn't come.
Uh-oh, here it is. But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Because I probably have horrible nightmares and I don't subconsciously want to sleep.
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
It's not. Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly.
Well.
This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
Roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Uh-oh. Dream sequence. Nice save here. This is a bad place to end. What am I going to dream about this fucking dead body? Oh, it's me hanging up there, I wondered.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
It's my internal fucking voice again. Damn, look at that. I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
I was left. You said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
I was left. I probably left, but let's check. I'm rolling a dice. I left.
Oh no, funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of you that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go.
Ouch.
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
Harry, I don't want to come back.
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me.
Ugh. Ow.
You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
Seen you before.
No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit, thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding? You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too, so soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork, barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Jesus.
Good going, buddy.
What the hell was that? I just had the most beautiful dream. Uplifting, rejuvenating. Is that how it's going to be now when I close my eyes?
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
I need to get more of it then.
Of course. Martinez is speed central. You just gotta poke around. Follow your nose. You and Speed will be happy again. You will make her come home. This time, it will be different.
It's Tuesday, isn't it? The hangover is coming on mega strong now. You need more speed in your bloodstream. Find some, put it in your hand, equip it in the held slot in your inventory, and off we go. I mean, I have this drug. How long does it last?
Whoa. In your hand, Pyrrolidon, the double rainbow of synthetic hallucinogens, rare and gritty, a product of the age of atomic power.
Look at the little puck of liquid.
What a funny little cap. Don't let the scary medical warnings throw you off. It's an inadequate antidote to radiation poisoning, but a potent antidote to boredom.
Open the cap.
The container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the anticipation? You screw the lid open and look. A little slit on the side lets you just slurp it up. Like an oyster. Come on,
Slurp a little bit.
You suck a minuscule drop of extremely chemical-smelling liquid into your mouth. There, it seeps into your tongue. When you swallow, it's already almost all gone.
Tastes like an anti-radiation drug.
It tastes like many things, all melting into one conflagration in the back of your throat. As you look around, the world slowly exists, as it did before. Only now, gentle flames lick at its edges, as though it were a photo burning.
Really?
No, of course not really. It's just a metaphor. The effect of that otherworldly drop of liquid is slower, more subtle than that of real flames, yet just as warm.
This is going to be so useful in my line of work.
Already you can tell you're going to be slurping a lot more Pyrrolidon. This stuff is going to give you insight into that little flickering light hidden in all human beings.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a Pyrrolidon button. It gives +1 to psyche skills. Empathy, suggestion, authority, inland empire, esprit de corps, and volition. This is good before rolling a white check, but damages your health.
Cool. That's that. Can't wait for tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow? Because it isn't watching this stream, because there is no stream tomorrow. And that'll teach you for doing the thing that I hate. That you know I hate. Because you've been here long enough. Jesus, man. This game makes me very introspective, and I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. Jesus Christ. My brain. we're done here. I'll be back on Wednesday to continue. We'll do day 2. Tuesday on a Wednesday. Who wants to see a Tuesday on a Wednesday? And we'll carry on. It's really cool, this game. Like I like quite often I go away from the stream and I'll eat some dinner now and I'll maybe get on with something else, and later on my mind drifts back to this game and I start thinking about it, and then I finish my day, I go to bed, I wake up, have some breakfast, start the stream, and I've forgotten everything that I thought about. Then we play the game again, my mind drifts away from my body, and I never really actually discuss anything about the game. I just kind of think about it a lot and find it very interesting, and I'm enjoying playing it, but I feel a bit like I'm playing it by myself because I'm just kind of like adrift on what the game is offering me. But I like it a lot. We'll see what the next day offers. I know there's some stuff that I need to try and remember and get on with. So we'll see, man. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching the stream, supporting the stream and that. And hopefully I don't feel like too much shit by Wednesday and I feel a bit better because I feel like trash. No stream tomorrow. I will return on Wednesday. Peace.